Hello, welcome to Shoreline Music Monthly. My name is Mark Koshwitz. This is episode 51 in our never-ending series of bringing you the best local original songwriters in the area. Thank you to all the folks who watched our live episode, first ever we tried it, episode 50, and it was really a blast. We had a lot of fun. And I appreciate the interaction and the notes that I got from people. That was great. Thank you for watching. If you weren't able to catch it live or haven't seen it yet, by the time this airs, it'll still be on our Tuesday night slot for another week or two. But you can always head over to the YouTube channel or the VSCTV server where they're kept, and you can watch it anytime you like. So once again, thank you. Another thing, this is our first actual kind of summer day today, so reminds me that by the time this actually airs, the Madison Farm Market will have already started. They have live music every week, and followed soon after that by Ivoryton and Chester. They both have music slates every week. So keep an eye on your local farm markets. They're another place that you could see some of your local artists and get fresh vegetables at the same time. That's kind of a win-win. So this week, we are now in episode 51, and what we typically do here is we bring you original songwriters from various of the maybe rootsier genres, and I'm very happy to have in the station with me tonight a gentleman who apparently single-handedly is attempting to play all those different genres in different configurations and such at different points. But I have Jeff Blaney in the station with me tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming down from Granby.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of a haul.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you could make it. It's I'm really intrigued. I like you play in several different formats.
Yeah, right now I'm playing in a few different bands and playing with my brother, which is nice. I spent the last 9 years in Tennessee and really miss playing with family. So playing with the Blaney brothers and playing in a trio as well, Jeff Blaney Trio. And we do kind of like blues and rockabilly and early rock and roll.
Dear to my heart.
Me too. Me too. I love that stuff. And a lot of solo gigs, and playing in an acoustic Grateful Dead tribute band as well, which is kind of a brand new thing. And I'm playing mandolin in that one. And
I saw Dead Dogs.
Yeah,
the name of it?
The Dead Dogs. Yep. And that's fun. We do kind of a almost bluegrass twist on the Grateful Dead music. There's
a little old and in the way kind of treatment.
Yeah, but there's also a percussion player, so it's really not bluegrass, and it definitely doesn't sound like the Grateful Dead, even though it's their songs. So it's kind of cool. We've done our own thing with it.
Nice. That sounds actually pretty intriguing to me.
Trying not to do the same old thing that's been done a million times.
Yeah. Now, you're also a songwriter.
Yeah. So
with the Dead Dogs, I imagine you probably don't get to trot out some of your own material.
No, that's the one act that I'm playing in right now that I'm not doing any of my own songs.
Okay, so all the others, there is at least a smattering of originals mixed in through everything.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Because it sounded like when you were the Blaney brothers, a little folkier, maybe.
Yes, we do a lot of different stuff, but we kind of have focused on Irish music for the most part, Celtic music. And so I kind of took that opportunity to try to write some songs in that vein from the tunes that I had learned, and just kind of did it just to do it, just to write some songs and just see what came out of it. And strangest thing happened. Like, they're some of my favorite songs that I've written, and I don't know. My joke that I joke around with is that I'm in this Irish duo, but we're not Irish, we're from Connecticut. And I was just in Tennessee and playing a lot of bluegrass music and country music, and I was like a Yankee to them. So I don't know if I'm the biggest phony in the world or
Hey, it all just what's in comes out. I mean, if you're doing it that way, I think you're doing it right.
As long as you study the melody, I think, and try to do justice to the music, anybody and play any music, I think.
To be Irish in New England when the parade goes rolling by reminds me of my grandpa and that Gaelic lullaby. To be Irish in New England gives me a sense of pride, 'cause I know where I'm from and I know where I'm going, way down deep inside. And the fiddly-I, and the fiddly-I-oh, and the fiddly-I, tiddly-I, and the fiddly-I-oh. To be Irish in New England, on the road on opening day, driving east on the Mass Pike, on our way to Fenway. To be Irish in New England, from New Haven to Southie, it's the place I'm from and the people I know, and I'll always come back to thee. And the fiddly-I, and the fiddly-I-oh, and the fiddly-I, tiddly-I, and the fiddly-I-oh. Irish in New England, in a pub on St. Paddy's Day, singing songs with some strangers seems to make us feel the same. To be Irish in New England is the only thing that I know. For better or worse, it'll be with me till it comes my time to go. And the fiddly-I, and the fiddly-I-oh, fiddly-I, tiddly-I, and the fiddly-I-oh, and the fiddly-I, and the fiddly-I-oh, and the fiddly-I, tiddly-I, and the fiddly-I-oh.
And that you mentioned Bluegrass. Is that still going? We still doing the Bluegrass thing out this way too, or was that a Tennessee incarnation?
I was doing a bunch of that in Tennessee.
Because I love Bluegrass.
Yeah, right on. Me too. I have 2 gigs coming up in September with a new band that we're putting together that's going to focus on Bluegrass music. So I'm really excited to get back into it and kind of see what it feels like to play Bluegrass up here. A lot of those songs that I learned down there were either about Kentucky or Tennessee. They're very.
Yeah, Connecticut's a hard word to fit into a bluegrass song.
Any song, any song. It really is. It's a strange word to kind of get the timing in prose or whatever. But yeah. Anyway, getting back into the bluegrass and looking forward to it.
And please remember, and you folks as well, that. Feel free to pass along, information on upcoming gigs, to our Facebook page, to, we have the email at shorelinemusicmonthly@gmail.com if you have a mailing list or something.
Cool. Yeah, we'll do.
As we try to provide, like our website has a festival guide, has an open mic guide, and it also has, and our Facebook page also has the, like a weekend guide. Mm-hmm. So where people can find, I jump through an extra hoop or two to find people who've been on the show, because I think that the people who watch this show may want to then track them down.
Sure, yeah.
But we try to fit, anybody out there doing the work. We try to get that out there as well. But I do try to keep track of anybody who's been on, just so that folks who became fans from watching can then find you.
It's funny how, like just seeing a tribute band, like we were just talking about the one that I'm playing in, or just a variety cover band or something like that. It seems like it's a bit more in your face, and easy to find to just stumble across, but you kind of have to search for the roots music and songwriters and stuff like that.
Yeah, Tennessee. And tell us maybe a little bit about Tennessee. You were out there for a while. First of all, you were born Connecticut.
Yep,
Connecticut
from
born.
Enfield, Connecticut.
Okay.
Yep, and let's see, we moved to Tennessee in 2008, and we moved to East Nashville.
No
And,
shortage of guitar players there.
yeah, the song is very accurate. I learned that very quickly. We rented a house when we first got there, and my landlord had just won the John Lennon songwriting contest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
So it's like your waiter's a better guitar player than you are. You know, everybody's a guitar player down there. But yeah, we had a great experience in Nashville. I love the city of Nashville. I got the opportunity to play some really amazing venues and recorded some on Music Row and played. I mean, the biggest thing for me, the biggest takeaway was I just got a chance to play with some of the most amazing musicians that I've ever met, and I learned. You know, that was kind of when we moved there, I was 30 or 31, 31 I think, and you know I didn't have any delusions of grandeur. You know, the music industry wants, you know,
Youth.
18-year-old, really good-looking, talented kids,
Right.
and I knew that I wasn't that. So my whole thing was that I just wanted to learn, become a better musician, and see how some songwriters that I appreciated did their thing, and it was great. It was a great experience to be surrounded by so much music for a long period of time.
And then you just get a little homesick for Connecticut, or?
Well, we have twin boys.
Okay.
And well, you know, not to get political or anything, but the schools are just better up here. And we wanted to give them.
We don't air in Tennessee.
Right, yeah, okay. But anyway, we wanted to give them good education and their family. You know, it was becoming clear to us
true.
that they
And you have family around here.
yeah,
and
their grandparents
yeah.
and,
Okay,
and you know their aunts and uncles and stuff, and one of their cousins
and
lives-
cows.
Right, yeah, exactly. Plenty of cows. And the shore, you know.
Yes.
To be able to see the ocean a couple times a year is a nice thing too.
Absolutely.
I live with my guitar, I live with my blues, I live in my blue jeans and my walking shoes. I'm crying, please, please don't you do me no harm. I give him my soul, baby, I give him my charm. My baby ran out on me, my friends did too. When I'm down and out, seems it all just saves me is the blues. When my luck turns around, everybody wants to be my old friend. Pass around that bottle, play that old game again. They say, red eye, love you in the morning, love you late at night, love you in the evening when you're so uptight. Love you during breakfast and in the afternoon. When I really need them, all I have is my blue heart. You gotta be crazy, baby, if you think I'm gonna keep on this way. They can keep on talking, but I don't believe a word they say. Play the blues now. I live with my guitar, I live with my blues, I live in my blue jeans and my walking shoes. I'm crying, please, please don't you do me no harm. I give you my soul, baby, I give you my charm.
All right, I am back with Jeff Blaney, and he has agreed to play From the Hip with me, which is like one of my favorite things to do with guests, especially unsuspecting ones. But these are just kind of shorter questions, and a lot of them wouldn't come up in a normal interview where you're talking to a musician about music. Some of them are music-based, but as you noticed today, is summer is on its way. One of my favorite summer things. I'm just curious, are you pro or con roller coasters?
I'm con roller coaster, big time con roller coaster. I don't know why. It's not that I'm scared of them necessarily. I mean, I get nervous with them as I think
That's
everybody
the thrill.
does.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, I just never got into it, even when I was a kid. Standing in line. Water park, different situation for me. I can get into a water park.
We have
I
some of
enjoy
those
that.
too.
But the roller coaster, I don't know. It's usually you wait in line, somebody pukes. You know what I mean? It just never.
Thankfully, I've never had that. How many different states have you lived in?
Okay, Connecticut, New York, Tennessee, California. 4.
Okay, so you bounce both coasts and.
Yep, I spent a year in
somewhere in the middle. Well, actually,
here in California. It was a great time out there. I lived in LA for about a year, and it was really fun. I was about 8 blocks from the beach.
Oh, that's
Venice
not
Beach.
bad.
Yeah, that was actually the only time that I ever lived on the coastline. Was on the West Coast. Being from Enfield, it was always kind of a little bit of a trip to come to the ocean when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. How many different instruments do you play?
Do I play any?
Well,
I play guitar and mandolin are like my main instruments, and
dabbling counts.
Dabbling, sure. Dabbling, probably a whole lot of different stuff. My dad bought a piano when I was probably about 8 or 9 or something, and that kind of sparked a lot of music in our house, was having the piano in the house. So I've dabbled with piano and drums, and I own a bass, and I've put bass on recordings and stuff like that. I've never been like in a band as the bass player, and I play tenor banjo with the Blaney brothers, Irish scale tenor banjo, which is basically just an octave mandolin on a banjo body.
Okay.
If that makes any sense, you're.
I'll have to have you back for one of Cabinet of Curiosities.
Yeah,
at some
sure. I'll
point.
bring it down. Yeah, but the American style tenor banjo is a 19-fret banjo that that kind of, and you can't really strum the Irish style like that. It just doesn't translate very well. The strings are thicker, and so it's really a melody-based instrument. But I just picked that up a couple years ago and kind of easing my way into it.
Okay. And the one I have to always ask, just because I don't know why. Cannoli as a food. Are you a fan of cannoli?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. I remember the first time I had one.
Really?
Yep. My dad. We drove down to Hartford and Mazzucato's, I think is the name of the place. I'm not sure. But he made a big deal out of it. He was like, we're going to go get these cannolis. And I was like, yeah, whatever, old man. And then we got there and I was like, you are kidding.
All right. And I truly believe that if you like any song, it's not a bad song because you like it.
Yeah.
But that
I
said,
feel the same way.
That said, what I guess would be commonly considered a guilty pleasure would you have on, maybe in your, under the floor mat in your car for when you're driving alone, or?
The thing is with me, so I've actually had some people get annoyed with me at how much music I like.
Oh.
So there's a lot of it. Like I caught a Taylor Swift song on the way down here, and I was like, this is a great song with a great hook, and I was singing along with that. I can't say that I'm a Taylor Swift fan or anything.
For that moment, you were with it.
Yeah, sure, definitely, man. And you know, that's my whole thing. Is I like you said, if you're enjoying it,
it's a good song.
I try not to be snobby about music if I can stay away from that. I don't know. It's hard to. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but especially like in that bluegrass
there are
world,
no guilty pleasures.
There's a lot of, you know, if it's not this, then it's not good kind of stuff within like the jazz and bluegrass and stuff has that. And
I understand.
I try to steer clear of that type of mentality, really, because
right.
if it's a good song, it's a good song.
Well, thank you for putting up with my silly game. I appreciate it. And
Sure.
We'll get back to the music.
All right.
This one goes out to the broken hearted. We all were children when we started out. Before we learned the heartache of a fool. Am I ever gonna learn? Or will I just sit here and burn? I wanna run away from this heartache of a fool. If I could go back in time, I would, just to save you from the pain. But these chains are tied around my heart, I can't unlock them. I've been through too much to unlearn the heartache of a fool. If I could go back in time, I would, just to save you from the pain. But these chains are tied around my heart, I can't unlock them. I've been through too much to unlearn the heartache of a fool. So this one goes out to the broken hearted. We all were children when we started out. Before we learned the heartache of a fool.
All right, well, thank you once again for watching Shoreline Music Monthly. Remember, you all are the local in the local music scene, so please get out there, support it, get out there, see a show, and we'll see you out there. Thanks again.
Wildfires are burning, ain't no Smoky Mountain rains. War is waging higher on the North Dakota plains. There's oil in the water, there's smoke in the air. We don't even seem to care. And the wildfire burns once again. Yeah, the wildfire burns once again. Police are shooting people in Dallas, cops got shot. The fear and the terror take everything you've got. White Devil militia in Oregon goes free. Explain that one to me. And the wildfire burns once again. Yeah, the wildfires burn once again. That fat, rich old man got sent to the hill. The Molotov cocktail of lies is burning still. People are marching out in the streets, power in solidarity. And the wildfire burns once again. Yeah, the wildfire once again.